Thank you, Karen. As Karen said, I'm representing Peace Action. That's the nation's largest grassroots peace group with over 100,000 members nationwide. Along with many other peace organizations around the country, Peace Action has supported this campaign from its inception. In my state of Maryland, Peace Action Montgomery has organized a coalition of 23 groups throughout the state, and we're working very hard to pass this legislation. And I just want New York and Oregon to know that we're going to be the first. And since I'm the last one to speak, I get the last word on that. State Senator Richard Madaleno is going to be introducing legislation very soon, possibly this week, to the Maryland General Assembly that will require the Maryland National Guard only to be called into federal service for legal purposes, and that in the absence of legal authority, the Maryland National Guard should stay within the state. Our grassroots coalition has several reasons for working to get this legislation passed. I'm going to discuss one of those. The National Guard and the Reserves together contributed over 600,000 members to the occupation of Iraq, out of a total of 1.2 million troops since 2002. Without the National Guard, the Bush administration could not have continued its illegal occupation all these years. With the war in Iraq, the president unilaterally changed the basic mission of the National Guard from protection at home to military adventurism abroad. This change came at a steep price for National Guard members and for the state of Maryland. Guard deployments have caused financial and emotional disruption to many Maryland families, and multiple deployments have made that situation worse. In addition, we believe that Maryland's civil defense and emergency response capabilities have been severely undermined by the requisition of the National Guard. The deployments have impaired our state's ability to respond to emergencies. In our view, the National Guard should not take the place of regular soldiers. The primary purpose of the Guard, we believe, is to defend the state of Maryland, not to be a backdoor draft. The Bush administration lied to Congress and to the American people about the reason for the war in Iraq. On the basis of these lies, Congress passed an authorization for the use of military force, the AUMF. But Congress, as has already been said, severely restricted the military role in its AUMF. Now, the Bush administration has completely ignored the terms of the AUMF, and it continued the war and occupation for years after the military roles specified by Congress were moot. By using the National Guard illegally, in our view, the Bush administration was able to defeat the will of the people and of Congress with respect to ending the occupation of Iraq. Now, I should tell you that Peace Action opposed the war before it started and has consistently opposed the occupation. Frankly, we would oppose the war and the occupation even if Congress had fully authorized it. We believe that the war was wrong from the start, morally for sure, and also strategically for the U.S. But our National Guard campaign is not about the morality of this war. It's about U.S. law. We are questioning with this legislation whether it matters what Congress says about going to war. We are asking if we are a nation of laws or not. We are fighting for our democracy. Our demand is simply that the government follow the law. We citizens of Maryland are grateful to Senator Richard Madaleno for submitting legislation that requires our governor to withhold approval to transfer the Maryland National Guard to federal control if there is no legal basis to do so. We want our National Guard at home. If there are not enough regular military to fight a war, then let the Congress pass a draft. Or just maybe we shouldn't start wars in the first place. Thank you.